trousers. "Get down this minute!" she shouted. Child looked like a chimney sweep. As thin as a stick in oversized striped pyjamas, her crop of black curls standing out like a wire brush. One hand flew up to hold down the starched wimple. The other lifted her habit clear of the floor. "How dare you!" her voice rasped as she swept down the room indignantly. Georgia merely grinned at her. A yellow-brown face cut in two with a flash of white teeth. Another small bounce, quickly followed by a stronger one, and she had flipped herself over and landed on her feet again, just yards from the exasperated nun. She had perfected this somersault only days earlier in the playroom, where she had launched herself from an old couch onto cushions in front of an enthusiastic audience. But landing on cold, hard lino had jarred her legs and back, and she toppled back against the bed rail. "Morning, Sister Agnes," she panted, hauling the baggy trousers back to her waist. "Did you see how good it was?" Sister Agnes was the oldest nun in the convent. Humorless, mean-spirited, and cruel. Black hair sprouted from her white, flabby chin, a hooked nose with a jiggling wart next to it vying for attention, and sharp, piggy eyes that could spot a misdemeanor almost through a wooden door. "This is a dormitory, not a gymnasium," she sniffed. "You're 9. It's high time you set a good example to the younger girls." Instinctively, the old nun knew Georgia was trying to distract her, and insolent interference was something she wouldn't tolerate. Georgia infuriated her. Not only was she scrawny with huge eyes that dominated her yellowy face, but also endless punishments and beatings couldn't wipe her ear-to-ear grin away. Despite her skinniness and her mixed blood, she had managed to become the leader of the younger girls, and worse still, she was encouraging them all in acts of disobedience. "I'll deal with you later." Sister Agnes swept the dormitory with her sharp eyes. Small girls jumping into their navy blue knickers, eyes avoiding her. "What's been going on in here?" "There was a noise." Georgia sidled away from the sister, rolling her eyes round the room in pretended alarm. "I think a bird's got in again." It was all she could think of on the spur of the moment. Only last summer a pigeon had found its way in, and to the children's amusement, Sister nearly had hysterics. The way she had sped from the room as the bird flapped around her veil was something they still giggled about. "We heard it too." A chorus of agreement came from 3 of Georgia's closest allies. As they struggled into grey skirts and jumpers, they nodded at one another, waving their hands as if to indicate the flight path. Sister spun round, her hands reaching up to her veil, eyes scanning, ears straining for the sound of wings or cooing. Jennifer, the youngest child in the dormitory, stood with her thumb in her mouth, her pyjama jacket almost reaching her thin, scabby knees. Every girl was poised expectantly, breath like smoke in the cold air. Eyes alternating between the hesitant nun and Georgia. Bravery vanished as the big woman turned slowly. Each girl blanched under her inspection, fingers hastily fumbling for buttons, eyes downcast. At best, she was as sour as a crabapple. Angry, she was dangerous. "Come here, girl." Sister's voice echoed round the bare room. Her chins were quivering ominously, her face turning puce. Georgia cast one frantic look at Pamela, hoping she had the sense to move now, then sauntered over to Sister. Sister caught her shoulder with one hand, her other swung out and hit Georgia with her full strength across the face. Georgia stumbled back again.